Hey party people, and welcome back to the Living Dubai podcast. I'm Roxy D, your host, and I'm here to spill the tea on all things Dubai, the trends, the glow-ups, and everything that makes this city seriously iconic. Forget dry statistics. We're talking about the pulse of one of the world's most dynamic places, from a fresh, fun perspective, whether you're chilling in Brazil, rocking it in Europe, hustling in Asia, or tuning in from anywhere else on the globe, this show is for you. The curious, the trendspotters. The ones who want to know what's really happening behind the glossy headlines. In today's episode, we're diving into some massive game changers that are totally reshaping life here, and honestly, they're part of why Dubai feels like living in the future. First up, we're talking about the UAE's next-level digital identity. No more fumbling for your wallet, honey. Then, we'll pivot to how Dubai is basically rolling out the red carpet for global money moves, and what you absolutely need to know. If you're thinking of joining the party.so, grab your favorite iced latte, because we're about to get into it. Okay, seriously, I've been living here in Dubai for ages, and watching this city transform is like watching a real-life superhero movie. The latest superpower unlocked? A full-on embrace of electronic Emirates IDs. We're ditching the old plastic cards and saying hello to facial recognition and biometrics via the super sleek WayPass app. Imagine this: you stroll into your bank, or a hospital, or even check into a swanky hotel, you just glance at a camera, blink, and boom. Your identity is confirmed. Instantly. Securely. No card, no boring PIN, just you. It's so smooth, it's mind-blowing. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm starring in a sci-fi flick. These EIDs aren't just a cool gadget, though. They're at the heart of Dubai's whole digital-first government vibe, aiming for zero paper, zero hassle. By getting rid of physical ID requirements across basically everything, they're totally listening to us, the people who are tired of lugging around a mountain of official papers. It's efficient, super secure, and honestly, it sets the bar for digital trust in everyday life. But let's be real, if you're looking to invest or just thrive here, here's the lowdown on why this is a big deal. Speed demon: need something from the bank? Registering a title? Signing legal docs? All lightning fast when your ID is integrated and digital. That means less waiting around, less frustrating bureaucracy. Hallelujah, Fort Knox security, the Emirates takes your privacy seriously. We're talking layers of encryption plus legal oversight. Your identity is safer than your secret snack stash. Total trust. Whether you're buying, developing, or just trying to find a place to crash, you can be totally confident the people you're dealing with are legit. No room for shady business here. So, you might be thinking, Roxy, how does this fit into the bigger picture of living and investing in Dubai? Well, it's a win-win. For those buying property, closing deals feels totally seamless. For tenants, getting verified for leases is so easy, it's practically instantaneous, and trust me, from what I'm seeing around town, everything is speeding up, transactions, onboarding, you name it. It's all thanks to this super smart shift in identity verification. Alright, let's zoom out a bit and talk about how Dubai is basically a giant magnet for global money. I just saw this cool analysis in Gulf News breaking down exactly what overseas investors need to nail, and why right now is a truly epic time to jump in. First, let's rewind to the UAE's 2018 FDI law. That was a game changer. It opened the doors to 100% foreign ownership in way more sectors, made licensing a breeze, and fully embraced those super convenient free zones. The result? Record-breaking years, honey. The UAE pulled in around $45 billion in foreign direct investment, which is roughly 37% of all regional investment flows. That's a huge vote of confidence from investors worldwide, proving this city is the real deal. But it's not just about the headline numbers. The system here is shaping up to be seriously well-rounded and resilient. Supply chain smarts: yeah, the UAE imports a lot, so global hiccups could cause ripples. But thanks to tons of diversified ports and clever trade agreements, this country has shown it can bounce back super fast. That's why I'm always saying, Dubai's got this. Navigating the legal maze. Okay, I'll be real, labor and immigration laws can get a little complex. With different rules for mainland Dubai, DIFC, and all the various free zones, it's not always a walk in the park. Every area has its own unique visa, passport, and talent requirements. That's where having good connections, specialists, corporate law pros, or just someone who knows the ropes, makes a massive difference. Transparency takes the cake. Rankings put the UAE at a solid number 40 globally for ease of doing business. Not number one, sure, but definitely crushing the regional average. And we've seen steady improvements year after year, which is fantastic news for anyone looking to invest with peace of mind. Now, as someone who chats with people from all over the world, whether they're from Brazil, Europe, or the Middle East, here's what I always say: know your zone. free zone versus mainland is a huge decision that affects tax, visas, and even what kind of property you can snag. Get this right from the start. Budget like a boss, licenses and compliance aren't free, so build them into your financial plan. No nasty surprises, it's not a DIY project. Labor laws, sponsoring employees, renewing business permits, these are legit things you need to stay on top of. Don't just assume it's plug and play. I actually remember this one time last year. A friend of mine, a super cool tech entrepreneur from Sao Paulo, thought setting up a free zone company would be like ordering pizza, quick and easy. Turns out, they needed a local sponsor, a regional trademark, and a proper workspace to even qualify. We got it sorted, but talking it through early on saved them weeks of headache. So what links digital IDs and all this foreign investment buzz, trust, and simplicity, darling, on one hand, those smart, AI-driven ID systems, which is why they don't need physical cards anymore, are the backbone for super efficient and secure government stuff. On the other, a business vibe that's becoming more and more open to global money is exactly what draws in those long-term players. For me, living in Dubai and seeing it all unfold, these are like the amazing ripple effects. If setting up your company or just verifying your identity when you're buying something feels as easy as grabbing a coffee, then your whole experience in Dubai just got a serious upgrade. Let's dive into 2 more epic stories shaping Dubai's future, and why they totally matter to anyone eyeing a piece of the city. Ever heard the phrase, "You get what you pay for"? Well, turns out, Dubai's government is totally leaning into this, and it's a massive game changer for how good real estate here is. Dubai recently dropped a new law that says contractors now have to prove they're actually good at what they do, not just offer the cheapest price. From now on, developers and the Dubai municipality have to properly check out contractors' past projects, their certifications, and if they've got the chops. No more lowest bid wins disasters. Instead, projects are going to actual, verified. Pros: why is this absolutely fantastic for anyone looking at property? Build quality boost. You're way less likely to get hit with delays, annoying defects, or dodgy shortcuts. Cha-ching, fewer headaches. Contractors with a solid track record deliver faster. Simple math, more peace of mind. Better contractors mean better after-sales support and warranties. Sweet, long-term value. Well-built properties hold their value. And rent out, so much better. It's an investment, not just a purchase. From what I've seen with new developments, there's a noticeable shift: higher finish standards, better structural warranties, and smoother handover times. That's huge when you're buying something sight unseen from another country, right? Next up, how Dubai is totally leveraging AI to make literally every service smoother, from traffic to identity to getting your dream home. Dubai's government recently launched a massive AI initiative across 11 different agencies, everything from the RTA's traffic controls to health services, licensing, and even the courts. It's all super centralized under the epic Mohammed bin Rashid Smart Dubai 2024 vision. What this means for you, dear listener: AI traffic signaling means less time stuck in traffic jams, hallelujah. And makes residential areas feel way more chill. AI chat systems and bots make it a breeze to get answers and sort out issues super fast. AI-driven building permits speed up approvals for construction and even getting the keys to your new place. Think about it: the smoother everyday life runs, the more attractive the city becomes, whether you're living here full-time or just investing for that sweet rental income. A top-notch investor environment totally flows from top-notch city management. When you invest in property here, you're not battling red tape or surprising quality issues. You're investing in a city that's literally built to perform for the next decade and beyond. How cool is that? Alright, you're tuned into the Living Dubai podcast, where we're making sense of Dubai's incredible evolution. Whether you're buying, chilling, or just plain curious, Dubai just launched something called the world's first human and machine collaboration system to make research super transparent and credible. Okay, that sounds super techy, but here's the real talk for anyone eyeing an investment: academic, infrastructure, and biotech research just got way more reliable. Better transparency means you can seriously trust the public and commercial stuff that comes out of it. If your developer or community is linked to these top-tier research institutions, it screams long-term quality and innovation. Think of it this way: a building backed by transparent, tech-driven research is way more likely to stay cutting edge and keep its value. Smart, right? On Union Pledge Day, the UAE leaders totally reaffirmed their commitment to unity and never-ending progress. It's a super important reminder that the UAE isn't just sitting still, it's constantly building a shared future. There's serious political stability and a super cohesive vibe across all 7 emirates, from national holidays to awesome cross-emirate infrastructure. This united spirit totally helps attract global investors. For anyone in the property game, it's total peace of mind: a united country with a clear roadmap, zero internal drama. Love to see it. Now we're diving into the juicy stuff, the real estate opportunities that you absolutely need to know about. According to Economy Middle East, those ultra-prime homes, we're talking $10 million plus, swoon. Make up just 4% of the market volume in 2025, but they totally define the luxury narrative in Dubai's market. Here's what I always tell my friends, that tiny slice matters big time. These properties totally set the image and perceived value for the entire market. Global confidence booster. When fancy global buyers drop serious cash on luxury, it gives a huge credibility boost to mid-tier properties too. It's a trickle-down effect. Liquidity magnet. High-end sales create ripples, agents get more visibility, services get better, and even smaller projects benefit. Everyone wins. For those of you looking to invest, it means if you play your cards right, you can totally tap into that luxury vibe indirectly through off-plan or mid-luxury properties. You can get some serious upside that echoes those ultra-rich transactions, without needing a $10 million budget. Score. Next, Gulf News is reporting that Dubai's rental market is seeing more options and less stress for tenants as choices increase. This is a big win for 2025. Here's why this creates a nice balance: more supply, more power. Increased options give tenants more room to negotiate, which is actually good for landlords who focus on quality projects. Chill rents. Stabilized rents mean fewer shocks and steadier yields. Especially if you're planning on long-term leases. Better digs. Developers are totally responding to demand with improved finishes, smarter layouts, and amazing amenity packages. When I'm chatting about properties, I use these signals to figure out what not only looks good to tenants, but also rents well and holds its value. Because a tenant-friendly market is exactly what keeps your investment steady and happy. 2 quick tips: if you're eyeing mid-tier or off-plan, seriously, aim for quality projects near those headline-grabbing luxury developments. Location. Location. If you're planning to rent it out, hunt for areas with consistent tenant demand and healthy supply. It's all about balance. Have you heard the buzz about rents suddenly dropping in places like Jumeirah Village Triangle, JVT, or the Springs? Gulf News says JVT saw a 2.64% drop in leases over the past year, with one-beds ranging from AED 78,000 to 100,000 depending on the building and how it's furnished. Meanwhile, the Springs saw an even bigger dip, around 6.6%. And in communities like the Lakes in Jumeirah Park, annual rent drops are over 9–10%. Why is this happening? 2 main things: Smart Rental Index. The launch in early 2025 introduced a super transparent, regulated way to set rent increases or declines. It's like a fairness meter. Oversupply. Chill. In several well-established communities, there are just too many units available, which is cooling off tenant demand and rental prices. Now, don't freak out. These ups and downs are totally normal and healthy, not a sign of disaster. In fact, they create amazing windows of opportunity if you know where to look. These are early signals, not panic buttons. Contrast that with neighborhoods like Dubai, Silicon Oasis, Academic City, and Mirdif, where the upcoming Blue Line Metro is already sparking crazy demand way before its expected 2029 completion. Because these areas historically didn't have easy public transport, a lot of units kind of stayed in limbo. Now, the Blue Line is literally changing everything. Buyer and tenant interest is spiking super fast. We're talking lifestyle appeal, easy commutes, shiny new amenities, capital appreciation potential, your property going up in value. Investor-friendly rental yields, that sweet income. In short, Mirdif and Silicon Oasis are transforming from hidden gems to certified hot zones, and demand is seriously accelerating, even before many stations are fully open. It's the perfect time to get in on the ground floor. Let's step back and see the bigger picture, shall we? Apartment rents hit AED 103,000 annually in mid-2025, plus 21.7% year-over-year. Villa rents are now around AED 328,000, plus 19.6%. We're talking record highs in a decade. Prime spots like downtown, Marina, JVC, Arabian Ranches too, and Dubai Hills saw consistent double-digit growth. Rental powerhouses like JVC and International City are leading the pack with yields in the 8–9% range for apartments. That's solid. At the same time, there are over 200,000 units expected to hit the market in 2025 to 26, which will gradually ease pricing pressure across many segments, even if it takes a year or two for everything to get absorbed. So, what's the takeaway for you? Avoid areas with tons of new supply that are currently seeing rent dips, unless you're buying super long-term purely for appreciation. Target those metro-enabled zones like Silicon Oasis and Mirdif. They're showing premium growth, getting awesome new infrastructure, and have strong rental demand. Look at communities with balanced options, places like JVC, Town Square, Dubai Hills Estate. They totally mix value, great lifestyle, and stable rental income. You can find out more by checking out what people are saying on Reddit and World City Real Estate. When I'm looking at potential spots, I like to think about EVA factors, expected vacancy, appreciation, yield and amenities. Catchy, right? Service charges, keeping an eye on those RERA indexes for the future. Tenant demographics, who's gonna be living there next year? More cool news from Gulf News. Most tenants in Dubai are actually choosing to renew their leases, not pack up and hunt for cheaper apartments. Rents have stabilized, or in some places, even dipped slightly, but people are staying put. That stability is a fantastic sign for both tenants and investors. It means rental homes are priced pretty fairly, not super expensive. Tenants usually prefer convenience over moving. They stick with consistent neighborhoods or places with cool amenities nearby. If you're a landlord, this means less risk of your place sitting empty and a steady stream of rental income, even if the market softens a bit. If you ask me, this is awesome. I always say that happy tenants mean confidence. If they're staying put, it's a signal that your property is totally working for them and paying you back. On the skyline front, get ready for a new beacon rising. Saba Group's 71-story tower in Maidan, announced in 2025. Why this matters: Maidan is totally coming into its own as a luxury extension of downtown and Business Bay, but with its own unique flavor. A 71-story tower isn't just a building, it's a statement. High design, sky-high aspirations, world-class amenities. Boom. As always, when these super high-profile projects pop up, everyone starts paying attention to the neighborhood, boosting interest in nearby new developments. I've had friends asking specifically about Maidan, because they totally see that upward trajectory and want in before the market goes absolutely wild. That's the smart move, my friends. We're always tracking where the demand is starting, and figuring out where neighborhoods are about to heat up next. It's all about getting ahead of the curve. Short-term rentals are absolutely on fire. Khaleej Times reports that while long-term leases are just chugging along, those short-term rental bookings, like Airbnb-style stays, have totally surged across Dubai. That tells us a few things: tourist numbers are booming, hotels are packed, and secondary rentals are swooping in to fill the gaps. Flexibility is in demand. Digital nomads, business travelers, and families on quick visits all want fully furnished, perfectly located units. Short-term rental friendly areas like downtown, Marina, and Palm Jumeirah have seen their rental yields jump, sometimes even outperforming traditional long-term setups. But here's the thing: short-term can be super lucrative if you do it right, managing rates, keeping service quality high, and following all those RERA/DED rules. It needs some hands-on management to make sure the returns are worth the effort. Next, some seriously cutting-edge stuff. Dubai is leading global innovation in real estate by turning actual properties into blockchain-based tokens. Gulf News reports that 2 luxury properties were tokenized and sold completely for AED 34 million in just 12 minutes. Mind blown, what is even going on here? Fractional ownership. You can actually own a part of a super high-end asset and trade it like stocks. Wild, ultra-efficient transactions. Blockchain lets deals happen in hours, not weeks. Talk about speed, global investment access. Any accredited investor anywhere can own a slice. It's opening up the market. We're seeing early signs of crypto-friendly demand spilling into real estate. Not everyone's going to jump on this, but it's definitely something to watch closely. This could totally shift how projects get funded and how you can organize your portfolio. It's a brave new world. We've covered so much. Now let's explore even more real estate dynamics hitting Dubai. Recently, a top developer launched Dubai's first branded residences featuring an Olympic champion. Imagine a super luxurious tower designed and co-branded by one of the world's top athletes. I'm guessing someone with a major global name. That's not just clever branding, it screams lifestyle-led luxury. Here's why this matters: premium positioning. Branded means prestige, exclusivity, and a higher perceived value. Cha-ching, targeted investors. It attracts international buyers who want status and a solid return on investment. Next-level design and amenities. The athlete's brand promise sets the tone for top-tier quality and service. As we move forward, expect more of this cool influencer luxury crossover. For those looking to preserve serious wealth, this property category offers both glamour and rock-solid investment potential. Meanwhile, another developer rolled out a sweet incentive for first-time homebuyers, a 10% discount on the property price, though mortgage rates stay the same. This is super smart marketing. Developers speed up sales by drawing in new buyers, while mortgage providers stay happy. Why this becomes useful for you: lower entry cost, a 10% price reduction immediately makes your potential yield look even better. Hello, mortgage savvy. If you shop smart, You can still snag competitive interest rates, get help from brokers, and even lock in fixed-rate options. First-time perks: there are actually programs that help with down payments, reduced fees, and even residency incentives if you're a first-timer. Alright, you probably already heard this, but in 2025, the UAE officially surpassed the United States in the number of completed super-tall skyscrapers. We're talking buildings over 300 meters tall. With 37 supertalls, the UAE edged past the US's 31, and guess who's leading the charge? Dubai, baby. Globally, the UAE ranks third in total skyscrapers over 150 meters, and second worldwide in the 300m plus category. That's a massive shift in global architecture dominance. Dubai alone contributes 269 skyscrapers over 150m, fourth globally, 33 supertall buildings over 300m, first globally, an average skyline height of 323.9 meters, the highest in the world. All this totally cements Dubai not just as a stage for jaw-dropping height, but as a strategic hub with unmatched global visibility. It's like the city is flexing its muscles for the whole world to see. So what? Why does this skyline data actually matter if you're looking to buy or invest in property? Global credibility: high-rise benchmarks like the Burj Khalifa attract international attention and international money. When people invest in Dubai, they're investing in the city's prestige, downstream value, lifestyle branding, urban planning. And that epic cityscape totally matter for resales and rents. Areas around super-tall towers command higher prices and more tenant interest. Future growth zones: emerging landmarks like Burj Aziz, One Zabil, and new towers in business Bay and Maiden signal exactly where demand is about to go through the roof. I'm always watching these zones carefully. To me, resale potential and tenant pull aren't random, they totally follow the rise of these skyline titans. Here's the pattern I see: areas with these incredible skylines attract global investors and support really high-end resale values. Even if you're buying a mid-tier or off-plan unit, being right next to these prestige developments boosts visibility and makes your property look even better compared to others. These towers often come with improved infrastructure, amazing retail, cool hospitality, and better connectivity, creating ripple benefits across nearby communities. That's why I always say, a stunning skyline isn't just for pretty pictures, it's a serious real estate driver. Dubai's soaring skyline is more than a view, it's a signal of ambition, incredible infrastructure, and investment-friendly momentum. Whether you're scanning for a hot deal in a new development, securing rental income, or seeking long-term capital growth, knowing where those towers are rising is a key part of making smart moves. To wrap up today's episode on the Living Dubai podcast, let's take a moment to look at some fascinating shifts in Dubai's rental scene, both residential and commercial, and what they mean for savvy investors like you. Khaleej Times has pointed out some key shifts in rental rates across Dubai. Here's the lowdown: ups and downs. Areas like JVC, Dubai South, and Mirdif are seeing rising rents. Meanwhile, some long-established neighborhoods are facing stagnation or slight dips. It's a mixed bag. Luxury premium: those high-end villas in elite communities are continuing to climb, reflecting growing demand from super-affluent residents. Affordability rising: mid-tier zones with awesome infrastructure potential are gaining momentum, signaling a shift towards more practical living choices for many. What does this mean for your strategy? Buy-to-let fans: focus on areas with rising rent trajectories, like JVC and Dubai South, for reliable rental income. Appreciation hunters: consider those villa-style markets where the luxury premium is solidifying, but make sure your entry price supports long-term upside. Portfolio diversification: mixing villa and apartment holdings can totally balance your yield stability and capital gains. And here's the headline that's got everyone buzzing: Dubai's commercial property vacancy rate hit an all-time low of about 8.6%, absolutely igniting a rapid rebound in Grade A office rental rates. Why this is a huge deal: tenant demand is surging from new businesses pouring in, startups, and global firms looking for regional headquarters. It's a stampede. Rental premiums are benefiting smart landlords, even those building places specifically to rent out are seeing massive opportunities. Mixed-use potential: projects that blend retail, dining, and awesome amenities right next to offices are emerging as super attractive mixed portfolios. For investors, this tight supply means getting in early on prime commercial zones can totally yield fast appreciation and rental growth. Cha-ching! That wraps up our deep dive into the rental opportunities and commercial momentum in Dubai. I'm Roxy D, and it's been a blast dishing out today's insights. If you vibed with this episode, hit that subscribe button, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from, and feel free to drop a question or topic suggestion. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. And if you're ready to explore what living Dubai really means, check out the links in the description of this video. Until next time, stay curious, stay cool, and welcome to the future of living Dubai.